The Denver Nuggets had success defensively against the Boston Celtics. Let's go to the tape and figure out why and what we can learn about it for the Nuggets to have success on the defensive end for the rest of the year. First play, I'm going to highlight here. In transition, you're going to get a screen for Peyton Pritchard over here from their big Vucevic. Jokic, it's an empty corner, so there's all this room. You're going to see Jokic step up to wall off the offensive player from turning the corner, and you're going to see CB position himself to ice or force it along the baseline. This leaves Vucevic's pick and pop wide open, which is something they love to get to. But what you're going to see here is first, you're going to notice Tim Hardaway Jr. pointing up to Spencer Jones, letting him know, hey, get over, stunt all the way over. So as Jokic walls off, doesn't allow for them to get to the basket, CB cuts off this pass back, or at least tries to make it a little bit difficult. What you're going to get is Spencer Jones rotating over, Bruce rotating over, Tim rotating over, and Jokic doesn't have to recover to the perimeter. Instead, what he can do is just switch off to the backside guy. This is pre-rotating on the pick and roll, and you can see them locked in so that as it comes, there's no opening. You skip to the corner, and everybody is in position to just wall up and defend. Now you can just, your late shot clock, everybody makes extra rotations, ball goes off, you're in great rebounding position. Denver, when there is a non-offensive threat like Ron Harper on the court, you're able to get away with certain things defensively. So one of those things you see, again, Jokic is way off of the pop option here, which is Vucevic, but you're going to see there, Spencer, who had picked up Harper in transition, basically says, Jokic, you get him, I'll take away. If this is who they want to screen with, they don't want to kick it out to Harper. Spencer Jones will step up and guard it. And now when you run the pick and roll, this is just a switch. Very easy to defend. You're not at a disadvantage. They don't want to kick the ball to their worst shooter in the corner, so Jokic can be in help. And as a result, you're going to get a contested shot at the rim with multiple rebounders, and Denver gets away with it. Next play, similar idea. Now you have Jokic just matched up on Harper, and what you like about this is they're now going to try to bring him into a double screen action, but Denver can guard this. If Jokic's on Harper and they don't want to give him the ball, Jokic can just sit on this and effectively use the two guards as switches. So CB is going to go with this guard, he's going to go with this guard, and Jokic can just now switch on to the big man, and you're going to see they get no advantage out of their first action. Now your late shot clock, we're down to 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Jokic can just drop in the pick and roll. You're not worried about multiple rotations, swing passes, things like that because you're late shot clock. So now you can just play it honest. You see that Tim stunts up and then gets to the corner, recovers, and Denver's able to blow this up all by being ready before the play unfolds. They know how it's going to happen. So Boston sees this, and now they're going to try to be a little bit more disguised about it. You put Zeke Naji in the game, and you do the exact same thing. You treat him like Spencer Jones was, which is Jokic's just going to sit, and whoever rolls on this one is going to be Jokic's guy. The other two guys are going to switch up at the top. And as a result, you get the handoff. Jokic is able to wall off. And now you have a turnover. They did not want to throw it to Harper, even though he was open, because they knew he wouldn't make it. Denver's able to guard that appropriately. And now they try it a different way. Enter. Let's run off of both of these like it's a double handoff. Jokic just sinks, and you're going to see Jokic doesn't have to recover out top. That's going to be Zeke's job. He tags to take away the roll, and then he gets up, and Jokic on the pass will go over to the big, and now you get that shot from their worst shooter with 4 guys in rebounding position. It's a great defensive sequence from Denver. Let me give you an example of when the team is not locked into these things. So now you're going to get, everybody picks up their man. Jokic is on the high guy. You can see they're calling for the swing pass. And as this ball gets over, you get a screen for Cam Johnson. Not a big deal. It's a good screen. Flares out, but Julian has to be quick to getting to this. And you're going to see that he's just a little late responding to this as we rewatch it. And it's the reason that the play breaks down defensively. So you see, it's not dynamic. You just get one screen and Julian's on his heels. He's late. Now it's a hard closeout, pass fake, and the shot goes up. There's not good rebounding position, so the play is blown up. This play here, we are all concerned. So that's the defense. Now we'll get into some of the offensive stuff I liked from the game. I know we don't love Jokic taking three-pointers, but this is why he's taking them. You see you've got 2 shooters in the corner over here, and you got Christian down in the dunker spot. Their big is just coming down to take away the roll and to take away Jamal Murray from turning the corner. And when that happens, look how many guys get into the paint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys with feet in the paint, 2 of them in the restricted area. Jokic rolling into this is just rolling into traffic. They're giving him this wide open shot. And I know we all think Yo can do everything, but he can also be a 40% three-point shooter, and him taking these shots, he's just going to have to do it. Some nights it's going to be 13. He's a 40% three-point shooter. He needs to make enough for the teams to pay for this. I don't think that he was just settling for threes last night. I think it was part of the game plan. He just was not shooting well. They still won by 20. This is the pet play that the Nuggets have been running for Cam Johnson, and they've been running it a lot. It just starts with one player in the dunker, one in each corner, and usually Cam Johnson here. You get the handoff, and Murray goes to a dribble handoff with Cam, who then gets two screens, one from Jokic, one from Jamal Murray. And what I love about this action is some teams will just switch the two guys that are guarding Cam and Jamal, but oftentimes they don't want to do that, and you end up getting wide open sequences like this for Cam Johnson. I will say they need to get better at reading the various different options out of this, because sometimes Cam Johnson is getting the foul line shot. He just needs to look at this action, this double screen handoff action, as his. And when the defenses go over the top, this time they kind of get stuck on the screen, but when they get over the top, Cam Johnson just needs to make this spot his spot on the court. It's going to be open so much. On this one, he gets a three and knocks it down. But I actually think that's the one sequence where he can be very selfish that he has not been necessarily selfish so far on the defensive end or offensive end. Take a look at what we're looking at here. This play, the frustrating one. So this comes at the very end of a great defensive sequence. If you look at the clock here, 2.3 seconds on the clock. Denver has inside rebounding position, and they have everybody basically shelled on the inside, offensive players on the outside. But watch Jamal Murray down here and Shireman. The play, 22 seconds of good defense. Jamal Murray quits on the play. As a result, you get an offensive rebound, and it turns into 2 points. Everything was done right there except for Jamal finishing the play, and that happens a little too often, unfortunately, with Jamal. He does a good job one-on-one defense. He competes, but those extra efforts at the end, he has to contribute, because too often guys are getting second-chance points. It happened in the clutch the other night against Golden State Warriors. It happened early in this one. It's something he's got to be better at.